sidekick Simon had been a moderately good broadcaster and an even better friend. But our fruitful working relationship had gone mouldy. In May 2022, after he ignored an amusing text message about a cat, we broke friends. Today, I want us to get things off our chest to help us both, but mainly me. Memories.
Yep.
Like the corner of my mind, misty water-coloured memories.
Barbra Streisand.
The finish of the way we were.
Barbra Streisand.
How did we get from the way we were to the way we are? Because we locked horns.
No, God, yeah. We were like two stags, weren't we?
Yeah.
Going at it.
And I think there are still troubled waters.
And we're going to build a bridge.
And it's time to build a bridge.
Over troubled waters.
Over troubled water. Today, I'm going to invite you to try the I feel technique.
Oh, I think I know this.
Let me explain it. To avoid rancour, I might say to my milkman, when you clank bottles early in the morning, I feel uncared for, sleep-wise, and then he can respond in kind. It's a simple but surprisingly powerful technique.
Yeah, no, I do know this.
Do you?
Yes, it's like the guy on YouTube said. It's a simple but surprisingly powerful technique. He even does that.
Yeah. Well, I read this in a book, so...
Oh,
yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which book? Because I'm looking into self-help a bit as well.
It's by Dr. Bristol. Bridge. Dr. Bristol. Dr. Bristol Bridge, who lives in Texas. In America. Yeah.
Right. Shall I begin?
Yes, I invite you to.
When you criticise me on air, I feel belittled.
When you complain about feedback, I feel hurt because I'm only trying to help you.
Right, well, when you say feedback, but then reel off a lot of quibbles you have with me, I feel attacked.
Yeah. When you describe major flaws in your broadcasting style as quibbles, I feel you're not taking the listener serious.
When you talk about the listeners, I feel like you're hiding behind them in order to say a lot of petty gripes that have been bothering you that day.
When you describe my gripes as petty, I feel like you're being a dick, and it hurts my feelings.
When you call me a dick, I want to tell you to fuck off and say that when you worked here, no one at the station liked you.
When you use bad language and lie, I feel like I shouldn't have given you the day off when your dad died. Great, really useful technique, because it keeps a lid on things emotionally, but, you know, really gets the endorphins going.
Yeah. Oh, yes, gets them dolphins going.
Well, do you know what? Endorphins are a bit like them dolphins, aren't they? This is good banter. They'll probably ask us to strike up the partnership, recreate the old magic.
Yeah.
Yeah? Why? Has anyone said anything?
No.
OK.
No one said a word.
If you're scratching your head wondering why Simon Denton is sitting on the sofa, do not adjust your set.
It does look odd.
Simon is here to introduce his very first item, perhaps the shape of things to come.
Well, just a one-off. He's on holiday on the sofa, but he lives at the Digimall.
Simon.
Now, when one pensioner's local cinema closed, his plans for a birthday movie were scuppered. That was until his friends decided to step up and reenact his favourite Hitchcock film, Rear Window. I went along to take a look. And action!
And we're off.
Oh, that was so good. That was great.
It's good for you, mate. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's grainy black and white. Is that to look a bit...
Hitchcock.
Yeah. That's lovely, yeah. I mean, Rear Window's in colour, of course, but I don't think that matters one bit. So how did this land in your lap?
I just mentioned it to Howard and he said, yeah, give it a go.
Yeah. Great. You know, you can always talk to me about work stuff like we agreed, mate.
Yeah.
Quick shot of you nodding.
It's just an edit point.
Edit point?
I've been here a while. I'm starting to learn how things work.
Are you?
Here comes a good bit.
Excuse me. Tiff, you're not gonna... We've got to take a rain check on Cornwall.
Oh.
I know. I got a couple of Japanese business associates flying in from Japan to possibly invest in the blooming production company, so...
What business associates?
John Kawasaki and John Suzuki. Yeah.
John Yamaha couldn't make it.
I suppose they are both named after Japanese motorcycle brands. No, I tried to move it, but I said, John's, could you make it any other weekend? But they said, no can do. No can do. Yeah, I know, Japanese Just the way they do talk in a slightly funny way. You shouldn't really laugh.
Japanese. Don't dick me about.
Places, people, and we're back in 5, 4.
Oh, Simon Denton reporting there. Didn't he do a good job?
And they were so welcoming, not just Annie Arnold at number 10, but all her neighbours on Davenport Close in Kirkstall. A real community.
Oh, lovely.
Are you allowed to give out someone's name and address like that on camera? I'm not sure.
Don't know.
Right, I shouldn't have assumed you knew. It's just that when you've been here a while, you learn how things work. Yeah, we're all right.
Our apologies there, just for a slight slip-up. It's live TV. We all have our moments.
He doesn't have all this problem, but he just sticks to the jokes.
I had the VT to
Can't you do both?
No time, mate.
We want a giggle.
Give us a break.
I did, remember? I just wanted to say up front, I have no beef with the Beeb. I'm not anti-auntie. I'm simply here to open the windows, clear the air, and just say, friends?
Well, I hope we are friends. And if there's anything I can do to provide more clarity, I am happy to do so.
Well, from where I'm sitting, you are absolutely right to terminate my contract.
We decline to renew your contract.
I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't employ that guy. I don't even recognise him, you know. I mean, he had a moment of madness, you pulled the trigger, bang, dead. He went down.
Well, if it's any comfort, it wasn't just one moment. Generally, an isolated incident would be, first and foremost, a welfare issue.
When Nick Knowles thumped Pudsey.
Whereas an ongoing situation invokes different protocols.
No need for an explanation. Sometimes you have to make a decision on a whim. I get it.
But obviously, we don't make these decisions on a whim. It was very much made in the round. And in this case, based on audience research.
And it might not be in-depth research, but it's still research, isn't it?
As you can see, this is an audience appreciation survey, broken down into different segments of our audience, showing, I'm sorry to say, very low appreciation amongst millennials.
Good.
And diverse audiences.
Who've never liked me.
So I'd have to push back a little and say it's actually quite detailed.
Mm-hmm. You brought a copy with you, which is very thoughtful, and it is, as you say, quite detailed, as opposed to, I don't know, very detailed?
Well, that's interesting. Where does it lack detail, would you say?
I'm not seeing any scores among the, and it's a demographic I score quite highly with, white dads over 40, what I like to call the WD-40s.
Our research also shows that viewers are less likely to tune in and far less likely to stay with the channel when you're on, so we've got to take that into account.
Thanks for printing that. I've got a few data points of my own I'd like to share. These are the audience attendance figures for the North Norfolk Digital Summer Roadshow. And as you can see, sharp rise in audience attendance over the fortnight where I hosted. Ignore this day where there's a dip. A cow escaped. He was captured quite soon, but a boy was trampled.
We also sourced testimonials from our internal stakeholders, and a similar picture emerges.
Right. Interesting list of personnel. I'd start by saying he's an alcoholic, so you could scratch his name off.
Oh, well, let's not get into it.
Alcoholic, toilet cocaine, chin tuck and love child. Interesting name for a detective series, isn't it? Chin Tuck and Love Child, starring Felicity Kendall, Trevor Eve, Sanjeev Bhaskar. I don't know, you figure it out. Sticking out on Sunday night for idiots to watch. Sorry.
These are highly experienced commissioners and program
Yeah,
makers.
I also have a list of testimonials from producers I've worked with, none of whom have love children or substance issues. This one guy did have a chin tuck that went wrong. There's a picture of him. And bigger. I love that advert. What
giving them away.
OK, time for some more calls on...
What is Alan firing his friend's air rifle into?
That sound again. And again. Line 10, what am I firing my friend's air rifle into?
A sandwich.
Wrong, line 3.
The future?
Are you on an E? Line 6.
Dunno.
Did you call earlier?
Yeah, I did.
Unbelievable. Line 4.
Chop, chop, the nurse is here.
What the hell's all that about?
No idea, mate.
Seriously, what?
might have something to do with me.
Why?
It's to do with something I did on the on Branning's show last night.
Well, let's hear it.
Move on.
No, let's hear it.
Move on.
Let's hear it. Seriously.
It wouldn't work now.
No, you can't deprive the listeners of mid-morning matters.
On this occasion, I think I should.
Seriously, let's hear what you did.
Really? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go on,
Okay.
Steve.
Well, so Carl Branning was under the weather, and he had some night nurse and some day nurse, and so the big joke was, what which one should he take because it's the night time, but he still didn't want to go to sleep. And then the callers started. It's like the late at night, the callers are a bit more sort of zany, so they start calling in and with the other suggestions for nurses and people. And anyway, the point was someone called in about a mental nurse, and then I basically was then a mental nurse for the next hour, just doing a stupid character about this nurse who kind of scuttles around the wards and is like putting milk into the drips and things, and she's just like toppling people out of beds, and I don't really.
Sidekick Simon, Sidekick Simon.
Don't worry about it, honestly. Wait a minute. Have you seen Duck Soup and Larkspur?
Oh, yeah.
You'd love that. You'd love it. OK, time for traffic and travel.
Traffic and travel.
That was Alison Moyet again. And now for the final choice cut of Partridge on Partridge.
Sounds like two birds copulating.
Not now, mate. What about family? Got any kids? Yeah, I got a couple, male and female. Names? Denise, she's the female, and Fernando, he's the other one. Love them? Just a bit. Do they listen to the show? Yes, they do.
It's not what they told me.
You don't know. What would be your ideal evening? I'll tell you what it wouldn't be. Is having a pint of bitter with a traitor.
Come on, Alan, give me a break.
Who said I was talking about you? World doesn't revolve around you.
No, I'm not saying that.
You're not the moon.
Yeah, I thought you said you weren't bothered.
What about your favourite TV show? Deal or no deal, I'm not bothered. And why is that? Edmonds. You know, you can do what you like for all I care. It's a free country, unless they change the law. What about a favourite war? The 100 Years. And I'll tell you something else. Any reason? Pioneering use of cannons. You can make love to the guy for all I care. You know, bomb time with Branning. You know, that's been legal since '67. What's your greatest strength? You give a break to a lab assistant from secondary modern. Your biggest weakness? Repays you by taking 30 pieces of Branning silver.
He's not paying me, Alan.
It's a metaphor. What makes you laugh? To recap, key strength, courage, weakness, too kind, funny, YouTube, sneezing panda, enjoyed chat. I enjoyed chatting to you too, thanks, Alan. And tell Chegwin I'll pay for the dry cleaning, but he should count himself something else. And the answer to what is Alan firing his friend's air rifle into is a beef tomato. And here is Mick Hucknall. One word, Lynn. Catharsis. Know what it means?
It's a feeling of being cleansed after an emotional release.
Nice try, not too wide of the mark. It's feeling chipper after putting someone in the place and moving on.
I suppose they already feel chipper because they moved on ages ago.
No, not them, Lynn. Me, I feel chipper. Why would they feel? Why would the BBC feel chipper?
Well, because they've managed to bring in new people so things don't go stale.
Lynn, I know bread goes stale, and I'm pretty sure croissants go stale, but I've never heard of a seasoned broadcaster going stale. But maybe you're right, you know, maybe employees do go stale. Maybe I should put my own staff under review. See who else is out there.
Fine by me.
OK, dig out your CV, we'll get you re-interviewed.
How about Friday?
9 a.m?
Perfect.
Great. Cathartic it may have been, but looking back at this footage, I realised I'd over-criticised a woman who deserved less criticism, and I couldn't back down. The peace I'd been seeking continued to elude me. It says here that in 1990 you worked for Lon Polly as a travel agent. Travel assistant.
I mean, you know all this.
So it's all great. Few questions. Can you tell me the exchange rate from the dollar to the pound, please?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to call into the Bureau de Change.
Will I need a coat when I'm opening the garden centre tomorrow?
You'd have to see how it feels.
Can you tell me what day the 26th of January fell on last year?
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I have to tell you, the other two candidates fared very well on this.
Other two candidates?
I've got the names here. Yes. Earlier I interviewed Alexa and Siri.
Well, they're not really personal assistants.
Siri, can you cancel my meeting with John Bezel, please?
Meeting cancelled. Send it.
Yes. Alexa, can you add talcum powder to my shopping list, please?
Talcum powder added to your shopping list.
Thanks, love. You see my problem, don't you? She does everything you do, and attitude-wise, well...
Do they fold your underwear?
Well, no, she doesn't have...
Do they loosen your shoelaces so they slip on when you next wear them?
Again, she can't...
Do they lie to Jeremy Vine and say you're not in when you are? Do they send birthday cards to your grandchildren? Do they Febreze your car seat? Do they inspect the lawn after it's mown and tell the gardener you want it shorter? Do they look up your nose to see if your nasal hairs have grown thick? Do they phone ahead to tell restaurants you don't like chatty waiters? Do they pretend not to hear you tut and sigh and mutter and whine?
I wasn't aware you did those things.
I think what Tess is saying is that you haven't bounced back. I mean, I haven't read your book, I've just skimmed it.
Well, I have. I'm doing Norfolk Nights, and I've got a show called School. Why are you shaking your head? Are you trying to put me off? So you can play at that game. I know you've had problems in the past. The time's just coming up to 11:30. Oh, sorry, it's your show.
So, yes, bouncing back, you fell quite spectacularly,
Yeah, all right. Do you slow down for car crashes?
I suppose the point I'm trying to make, really, is that, you know, I've been looking for the positives in your book, and it is a book that's full of joy, but it's chiefly joy at other people's misfortunes.
I noticed a lot of bitterness. Actually, I noticed you end almost every anecdote with the phrase, needless to say, I had the last laugh.
Yeah, well, you could end some of your chapters with needles to say. I took drugs.
If I can turn to you,
Yeah,
Kate.
sure.
You come from quite a privileged background.
Materially privileged, yes, but I mean emotionally undernourished. My father was very distant.
Is that because he lived in a different wing of your house?
Have you read my book?
No, but I've seen the photographs in the central spine. And I read the bit where you say you put drugs up your bottom. Why? You've got a perfectly good mouth.
Very easy to confuse the two. Sometimes people can actually end up talking out of their arse, Alan.
Talk a little bit more about your drug addiction. Now, you were hooked on a variety of drugs, weren't you?
Yeah. I started on crack.
Well, that's not the same as crackling, is it?
No.
It's a joke. I love crackling. I had some last Sunday. Had hairs on it, but I didn't mind.
And then the chemical dependency grew worse.
Yeah. My drug of choice became ketamine, which is in fact a horse tranquilizer.
Shit. Did you get that by hanging around stables? Because you do seem quite posh. I can imagine you in wellies and one of those sleeveless anoraks.
The technical name for that is actually a gilet.
No, that's a razor. Could have done with that for the crackling. Have you ever shaved your crackling?
Yes, ketamine.
Yeah, why give drugs to a horse? Why drag them into it?
They use ketamine to tranquilise the horse and then to extract the horse's semen.
How do they do that?
I don't know, in the same way that you would a human being.
Well, send him into a cubicle with magazines. What about hooves, for goodness sake? 4 of them. It'd take some doing, but I can't see it.
I think we've strayed somewhat from the topic. I think it's interesting that you both obviously have addictive personalities. Clearly, in your case, it was drugs. In your case, Alan, it was chocolate.
Yes, specifically Toblerone. I would wake up in the middle of the night and eat an entire Toblerone. And I don't mean a small one. I mean a medium-sized one.